Hello everybody, and welcome to this edition of Real Talk. And yes, it's non-wrestling related. This really pisses my ass off. Especially when it comes to children. It really pisses my ass off in this disturbing way. I seen this article that one of my local news stations posted on their website with the headline reading, 8-year-old Illinois boy killed after children played with gun. And I will be leaving a link to this article down in the description below if you want to read the article yourself. So if you want to go check it out, go ahead and check it out right after you watch this video. And I'm going to kind of paraphrase what the article states here. It's saying that 8-year-old Jordan Wilson died on Wednesday after being shot in the chest. And it says that it's a accidental shooting. And also saying that children was playing with a gun. And his mother, Jordan's mother, says the careless result of her son's life ending before it even began. She said that it feels like a dream that she can't wake up from. She also said that she just wants to hold her baby one last time and tell him that she loves him. My problem is with this that a gun should be locked up. There's two things. I told her 2 things that should be locked up in a cabinet that with a lock on it. 1. The first thing that should be locked up is alcohol. Second thing is guns. The only reason I say that those 2 things should be locked up in a cabinet with the lock is so kids won't get to them. And say, kid, you have to be responsible enough to deal with either alcohol or guns. And if kids are not responsible enough to drink alcohol, period. That's why there's a law stating that you have to be at least age 21 to buy it. So therefore, they're not old enough to even drink it. And I don't think that a child should not is responsible enough to even control a gun. That's why I say that a gun should be locked up in a cabinet. Now, as far as I can see here, it does not say how old these children were that played with this gun. And I want to know 2 things. 1, where was the parent or guardian at this time of these children that was playing with this gun? And 2, I want to know why wasn't that gun locked up so these children will not get to it. Because the way I look at it, the children should not play with it or should not use a gun unless 1, the parent or guardian or perhaps aunt or uncle or a cousin that's old enough, mostly parent or guardian, no can will agree that that child is responsible enough to control a gun, and and also capable enough to control a gun. Along with, they have to have a legal adult that's over 18 years old. They have to be 18 years or older. Really, from my opinion, 21 years old and older to really control a gun safely. You shouldn't be allowed to get a gun permit, which I think that's the law anyway, until you're 18. If the age restriction is not 18, if it is below 18, then it's roughly set like 17. But still, these kids should never been even had the gun, let alone been playing with it, because the gun owner should have had it locked up in a cabinet. And say, this is what I hate about the police a lot of times, that they say they will rule it as a accidental shooting. It's not a accidental shooting, because if it was a accidental shooting, then they would have been someone would have been firing out like self control, out of self defense, and accidentally aimed the wrong way. The bullet went a little would have went somewhere else, or they would have been aiming at like a shooting target and hit somebody else by mistake. Say, this is not an accidental shooting. They should get the gun owner for for uh not not having that locked up. Which this article does not say that this gun owner has been approached for why these kids had this gun in the first place. This is a bunch of bull that these kids even had this gun in the first place, and the police should go to that find out who owned that gun, approach their ass, and uh, then either give them a harsh fine uh, and then or give them time in jail. And I believe they should give them some time in jail. And that's all I have to say for this real talk. If you enjoyed this edition of Real Talk, leave, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and if and leave those comments. Until next time, see you guys later.